This way. This way.
We both said this way. Which way? This way. Which way? This way. Whoa! I ran into that. Just kidding.
All right.
I think it'll be fun with you.
You can say that in our basket.
Oh, that's okay. I'll carry it. Thank you, though. All right, we ready?
You always say it.
Here we go.
Yeehaw! See where my cabin is.
Turn left up here. Slow down.
Go to the right.
Yeah, come on over.
It'll be cool to see the neighborhood come up.
Yeah.
Like, we
Keep
saw
growing.
It, yeah, we saw it when it was like almost brand new.
Yeah.
And now they're building all this. And it'll be cool to see it keep growing all the way to like our big neighborhood.
Yeah, it'll be real cool.
You guys talk a lot when you run.
We try to talk some.
Towards the beginning, we usually talk about.
Like right now.
By the end, pretty close to being worn out. What? Oh shit. Wear this shirt. Because this is like my running shirt. Just in the circle.
I mean, you can't.
Right. Okay, come across. You're good.
I can ride it, Mom.
Stay to the side. Keep going, girl. Just stay to the side. All right, so we're doing 2 miles today. We're gonna do 2 again this week since we missed so many of our runs last week. And then depending on how well we do this week, we're gonna bump you up to 3 next week.
How long are we doing for?
For a while. Huh?
How long do we do 2, like 3 weeks or what?
Probably.
All right.
Yeah, probably for a while. For a month or so.
Cool.
Just depends on how well you're doing and how much we're actually, how many of our runs we're actually getting in.
Are you gonna finish your run or just distribute it?
No, I'm gonna finish my run after I drop y'all off. Be careful on that hard dirt. See, it'll make you, sometimes it'll make your tire wanna slide out from under you. And we're testing the GoPro today to see how this footage is, if it's even usable.
Yeah.
We may have to have Cece put it on her bike.
Yeah.
Get nice smooth footage. Huh?
I said, okay, like, make sure you're outside in your yard, because I think I'm going on a bike ride. She's like, okay.
Alright, keep going straight. This is where you wanted to go, right, Maddie?
Yeah. Thank you.
Be careful on this corner. Let me go first, so we know there's not a car coming. People tend to drive fast down alleys. Okay, I'll stay over here on this side.
Distance 0.5 miles. Pace 10 minutes, 30 seconds per mile. Sprint pace 10 minutes, 32 seconds per mile.
What'd you say, girl? You can go a little ahead of us if you want to coast. Just be careful. How you doing, dude?
Fine.
Remember, keep your head up.
Yeah.
Open your lungs. Nice deep breaths. Ooh, someone's grilling. I'm gonna get ahead of you just a little bit so I can get a picture. Slow down, girl. Keep going. You got it.
My stomach's cramped a lot.
Push through it. Did you drink lots of water today?
Yeah.
Good job. If you absolutely have to stop, we can. But you try and push through it if you... Huh? Okay. Over here?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
That's fine. It's a good idea to tuck your laces
Okay.
into your shoe when you're riding so it doesn't do that. And this is a good break for Bubba's stomach. Anyway.
I'm sorry.
You had to stop us at the attack dog's house, didn't you? Huh?
Literally.
I'm just teasing. Let me get your other side. Tuck them away from the side that your pedal's at too. Does that feel okay? Alright, here we go. Gave that dog some excitement. Huh? Yeah.
Or here.
All right, you're gonna turn up onto the sidewalk up here.
Me too?
Yes, just through this section. All right, slow down up here. Let's see where this car is going. It's behind us. Okay, go straight. Actually, turn right here. Yeah, let's just turn here. Trade places with me. Over here. See? Now you know, the only reason you're riding on this side is because we're running. You always want to ride your bike with traffic. But when you're running, you want to go against it. So, the only reason you're riding over here is because I'm watching real close for you.
Down the street.
Car. So stop here. Let's let this car go by. So we're not out in the middle of the road. Oh, he's stopping. Come on. You're fine. Keep going, dude. We'll catch you. Get over to the side, Maddox. Don't slide into the gutter and go live with the clowns.
Oh my gosh.
Please.
I bet it is. There's more people over there.
Turn left. We'll just do a little circle up here.
Go on this side?
Yeah.
Wait.
No, stay here. Yeah, stay on this side. And just do a loop around and go back out.
I know. Now we're going downhill.
Yeah. You're fine, it won't hurt you. Yeah, you're all right. Maddox, stop so he can get his dog.
Sorry about that.
You're okay. Just coast downhill. Let gravity do the work for you. Loosen your shoulders up. Don't keep hunched up. That'll make you tired too. Car coming. Slow down. You're good, girl. Keep going. Just be careful. Turn left. Here comes a gang we're gonna have to fight. Oh, looks like we scared them off. Wait, they're coming back. Almost 3/4 of the way done. Little uphill climb, just nice and slow.
Distance 1.5 miles. Pace 10 minutes. 59 seconds per mile. Pace 10 minutes. 29 seconds per mile.
And this weather is nice.
Big yard.
Yeah, they do. All right, come across, girl. Go ahead and get up on the sidewalk up here. You got one unplanned break-in, dude. I need you to push hard for me, and let's just get home. Okay? I know you're tired, but you can push through it. Get down, you can come down. We're just headed home now. Huh? It'll be 2, it'll be about 2 by the time we get home. You've done 5 with me. So this is a nice little easy ride for you, huh, girl? Bubba's having to run it though, so that's a little bit more hard. All right, girl, go ahead and come over to this side. There's some pallets for us, Nate. That is a nice one. Some good wood on there. Yeah. You got it, dude. Just think, this is still your easy runs.
Really?
Well, no run is really easy, but compared to some of the runs we're gonna be doing.
There's still so much more.
Huh?
There's still so much more.
No, there's not. This is the downhill side. Left. Stay on this side. No, this side. You know to watch at the alleys, right? Listen for cars and be careful. We're practically there, dude. We're just gonna run to the corner and we're gonna walk home to cool down. The corner of our street. Keep going. Yeah, it's fine. There won't be a lot of cars coming out here yet because there's not a lot of houses on these streets. There will be up here though. Yeah. Keep going. You're clear. All right, dude. The corner up here and we're done. Or you're done. You can do it. You're practically there. Don't recognize me. Yeah, we're gonna stop here, but you can keep going if you get up on the sidewalk. Good job, dude. High five.
Thanks.
You did it. You only stopped once and you didn't even ask for that stop. So good job. Proud of you. Funny, I haven't seen any other runners in our neighborhood. We've been here almost a year. And then this week, I've probably seen 5 different people out running. They're just, I guess they built, you know, because they're putting these houses up like crazy, so there's just more people living out here and more runners, which is neat to see. So hopefully this footage is usable. I don't really know what my plans are for these videos other than just to share my runs with anybody that might be interested in watching this kind of thing. Because I see some pretty crazy stuff out on my runs. I mean, just that little 2-mile run alone, we had a dog, you know, it wasn't a vicious big dog, but we had a dog come at us. Just lots of people out. It's just, you can see some pretty interesting things while you're out doing these. So my intention is just to kind of share that a little bit like this. At one point there's this huge canyon, probably about 3 times deeper than this, and as far as you could see out here, I know it was further down that way. I think I got some drone footage of it, but just stuff that you would never even know was around you if you weren't out running. And so just kind of my game plan with Maddox is he's going to be running cross country next year. And he has not been running. So I want to slowly get him back into the running. Hopefully in a way that's enjoyable for him. I'm not going to go up there just in case they are working up there today. So that he wants to do it. Not because he feels like he has to. I'm trying to make it something that he loves doing like I love doing. So, I'm trying to not push too hard. I pushed a little bit today, but this is our 3rd or 4th week of training, and that's the first time I've pushed. Up until today's run, he's known that he could stop the run whenever he wanted to walk for a minute and catch his breath, or just to take a break if that's what he needs. But he's also known that it was coming where he wasn't going to be able to stop unless it was dire, and that kind of started today. Kind of loosely started today. My wife was still at work, which is why my daughter came with us. Plush, that bird just hovering there. She just likes coming with us on shorter runs like that. Now I've had them both come with me on 5-mile runs, and regardless of the conditions, by the end of a 5-mile run, they're both over it. They could care less at that point. But these little shorter runs, she likes to come with us. And so what am I doing? My training, really, my goal is to run. Is this another dead dog dumped out here? Yeah, jeez, tied up. You see so many of those out here. I've probably seen 6 or 7. Probably seen as many deer and as many geese. I've even seen a cow dumped out here. Anyway, I'm not training for anything in particular right now. My goal is just to run 5 miles a day. I don't have a pace. I'm not doing any speed work. It's just 5 miles a day is my goal. Now, I will never be able to run 5 miles a day. In fact, I'm lucky if I do that 4 times a week. It's got to be convenient. I've got to be able to work it in around life schedule, the kids' schedules, my wife's schedule. And if I try and do it, if I say my goal is to run 5 miles today, if it works out, then I don't give myself an out to say, oh, well, this wasn't my running day. And then tomorrow, that is my running day, when something comes up and I can't run, then I miss 2 runs. So I tell myself 5 miles a day, if it works out. At my peak, when everything is working out great, I'll do that 6 days a week. At the worst, dead of winter, cold, early nights, I'll be lucky to get that done 3 times a week. So anyway, that's just kind of, that's a pretty sky right now. That's just kind of where I'm at right now. That's what my training is at this point. I'm contemplating
Pace 10 minutes, 29 seconds per mile. Split pace 9 minutes, 42 seconds per mile.
I'm contemplating for a deer, trying to run for a local 50K, or run in a local 50K in October. Farthest I've ever run is a marathon. So next step I want to do is a 50K, which is just slightly further than a marathon, 31 miles. I've attempted it twice. Wasn't able to complete it the first time due to an injury. Wasn't able to complete it the second time due to not having time to train. Which I know. Nobody has time to train. But it just didn't work out. And what it had done was take the fun out of running for me. It became a chore, it became a burden. I didn't look forward to it. I didn't want to do it. I looked for excuses not to do it. So when I finally realized what it had become, I decided to withdraw from my training and withdraw from that race, so to speak. So at the time I was working 2 jobs. I was working a side job at my local running store. I'm not doing that anymore, so I do have a lot more free time, which a lot of that time is filled up with other things, but I'm trying to make it more time for the running. Speaking of, I am an ambassador this year for my local running store. Get Fit is the name of the store that I worked at for about 9 months. But now I'm just an ambassador for them this year. Loved the job. It was a really fun job. It was a good group of people. We do have a great running scene here in Amarillo. I'd like to be more involved with it. Unfortunately, as you've seen, or not unfortunately, unfortunately for my running aspirations, That sounds terrible, but I have a wife and 2 young kids, and they are my priority. They will trump anything to do with running any day. So the point I'm trying to make is it's hard for me to make these group runs and these scheduled runs and these Saturday races. My wife works a lot of Saturdays. That leaves me with the kids that I can't just abandon every Saturday. I can't abandon them every, you know, week for a pub run. My wife works a lot of evenings. If she's home, I want to be home with her. If the kids are home, I want to be home with them. So as much as I'd love to do all those things, it's just not in the cards for me right now. I get to do them occasionally, and I sure do enjoy them while I'm doing them. So, well, if anything else, if this footage turns out to be garbage, this will be like a good self therapy session, I guess. Just out here trying to talk to myself in between gasp for air. So 3.5. $9:13. I'm happy with that split, that half-mile split. So, if this video does work out, I've got a lot to talk about. My running history, my history in general. Just lots of things that I want to talk about and share with anybody that's willing to listen and sit through one of these that I'm sure will be obnoxious at times, but I can promise you, you're going to see some interesting things. It's not going to be a typical action-packed Mountain Dew snowboarding video, but I think if I film these long enough and you stick around long enough, you'll be surprised by what you see when you start running. So here for this first little bit anyways, you might see a lot of the same areas because I'm kind of tied to the house with these 2 and 3 mile loops that I'll be doing to drop my son off at home when he's done and then go out and finish my distance. But and turn around here pretty quick. Once he gets up to the 5 mile range and on my runs that he's not able to do for one reason or the other, we'll go. I got some interesting stuff that I can show you. Like one of my 5 mile loops takes me up to this road and down past that water tower and kind of back, and there's some what's going to be some protected wetlands out that way that are kind of neat to see. I think they are anyways. Nobody else might think this stuff is interesting or neat, but I do. So, I mean, is this thing still filming? Yeah, looks like it is. Okay, let's head home. Yeah. Got about 1.25 miles back. Uphill a large portion of the way. Unfortunately, it's a small hill, but uphill's uphill. Man, that's just pretty. It's really turning green early this year. Guess we've had pretty good moisture early in the season this year. Things are greening up a lot earlier than I ever remember them. We've had some pretty nasty droughts in the last, decade. Well, 8 years ago, 2011 was an awful year. We had years where we didn't see any green, so it's nice to see some green. The flatness of this area, if you're just born and raised here or living here, you can take it for granted that it really is beautiful in its own way. It's not the mountains and forest and coast but I promise you, if you ever move away from it, at some point you're gonna miss it. That's because we stopped for a minute back there. I really try not to do out and backs as much as I can. Because I don't like seeing the same scenery twice. But sometimes it just doesn't make sense to not do it. There was no good spot for me to loop back around over there. So might cut up through here. There's the remains of another dead dog. There was 2 there. Those are the first ones I saw. Called the sheriff's department. They said they would investigate it and send someone to get them, but they never did. Well, they never did come get them anyway. It's just weird because they're all tied up, like bound up at their feet. I'm assuming it's farmers out here killing strays or protecting their animals or crops or something, but and they're just bound up because it's easier to transport a dead animal that way. But come on, don't dump them out here. Take him to the right place. Just my 2 cents. Yeah, through here is where that huge canyon was I was telling you about. Call it a canyon, it wasn't literally a canyon. It was where they dug out for the sewer. But it was huge. And it went back that way, all the way down to hurting a little bit. Those nachos for dinner. Be careful during the week, because they'll be out here working late sometimes. I just don't want to get in their way. Half a mile. We hit 5. Cool. Oops, not that. That. Oh man, that feels good to stop. I've run into strays twice out here, which makes me a little bit leery, but both times they didn't approach me. Can't remember. There used to be a good little road to cross over. I've been moving a bunch of dirt around out here. This may be it. No, it's not what I thought it was, but this will work. Man. All right. Whew. Good run. Tired. Come on. What are you doing? Here we go. Let's see. 5 miles, 10-10 pace. That's with the first two with the kiddos. So I'm happy with that. Like I said, I'm not training for anything. So let me know if you like this kind of video. If not, just don't watch anymore.